Hey guys, John with For the Love of Gear. Today we're going to take a look at what is typically in my backpack on day for shooting, whether that's for my business, cold case gear, and we're doing product photos and videos, or we're working with the client, and we've got a specific need for them. So first and foremost, the camera that I picked was the Fujifilm XT4. It really, after like months of researching cameras, seemed like the absolute best bang for the buck. I needed something that could take really good stills for both businesses, but I also really needed something that was going to do a really great job with video. And the Fuji XT4, I mean, so far has exceeded my expectations. One of our clients is one of the larger hot springs resorts in the country, and they've been really happy with the video that this provides. So that's been great. Overall, the camera's been really just easy to use, and just kind of a joy to use also. It's got this fully articulating screen here, which is great for making sure that you get the right angle. And even when I have it set on the gimbal, I can pop the screen out a little bit so that I can see what I'm shooting. I do have it rigged out a little bit just with a cage from Small Rig so that I can fit everything else on here that I need. So like microphones, an external monitor, and you can see here I've got a follow focus mounted on there. So the camera has been absolutely excellent. It came with it's their kit lens, which is a 18 to 55 f2.8. The glass has been really good. I've been really happy with the image quality. And then for video, I've got this Tiffin variable ND filter on there, and it's been fantastic. So I absolutely love shooting with this. And then I'm pairing it with the DJI RSC-2 gimbal. This thing has really been fantastic. It gives me really cinematic quality video. It's easy to use. It packs down pretty small. And then there's a bunch of different attachments that you can get for it, like a briefcase handle, bandit, any number of things. So the gimbal's been great. Gets about, they say 14 hours battery life. I get about 12 from this. I really like the form factor. It's just simple to use. What I've done is I've put these different little like gold Sharpie marks on here, just so I have a good reference point for balancing. If I am out in the field and I need to break this down really small, I can easily get it back to where it needs to be. And then I have a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus that I use to capture most of my audio, because really, video is important, but if you don't have good quality audio, you're just dead in the water. It's not going to go over well. This microphone is on a little shock mount to get rid of all the noises that it might make as it moves around. Really nice feature with the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus is that when it's plugged into the camera and you turn the camera on, the microphone automatically goes on. And then when you shut the camera off, it turns off. So that's really great. It saves battery life. This one, you do have to charge. Gets about 70 hours of runtime, so that's great. And in a pinch, you can always put a AA battery in there. So that's really nice. I like this when I'm out filming and I'm backpacking for multiple days. It's been fantastic. You can do a decibel adjustment on here. You can go plus 20 or minus 10. And then it also has a high pass filter, so there's some inherent wind noise reduction built in, which is fantastic. And then the other microphone source I'm using is I've got this Saramonic Blink 500. It is so it comes with one transceiver and then two of these little transmitters. So these guys are great. This functions, it has a little microphone on the top here, so you can use that as a standalone mic, or you can then plug in the lapel mic to it and use it that way. It's a USB-C charge, and then it does have decibel control on it. There's no readout that shows you what your levels are. That is available in their Pro model, but this video is all being filmed with the Saramonic microphone, so you'll have to let me know how that sounds. For storage, I'm using these Lexar 128 gigabyte SD UHS-2 cards. So far, I mean, they've been fantastic. I've never had an issue. I use two when I'm recording to set up some redundancy, so there's no issues there. Now also the Mavic Air 2. This thing has been really fantastic. I love it. Funny story about this, actually. It was crashed into a tree and spent a whole winter and spring out in the elements until I was able to retrieve it, and it has been working perfectly. There's been no issues at all. I didn't even have to replace the battery. The original battery that was with this when it was stuck in the tree is still working. So I've absolutely loved this. Just make sure when you're flying a drone, you're flying responsibly. Don't fly it in a wilderness area, near airports, near wildfires, things like that. Definitely need to pay attention to any local restrictions that you have, because it is a privilege to be able to fly these things, and we want to continue to be able to do that. So I do have one thing that helps me more than anything else when I'm taking video, and that is the Atomos Ninja V external monitor and recorder. This thing is absolutely brilliant. There is a terabyte hard drive in here, so I store all of my data on that. This allows me to actually record in slightly higher quality externally from the Fuji XT4. So that is really nice. But then it's just a nice big monitor to be able to, you know, for me, make sure that not only do I have my composition right, but everything is in focus. I've got the exposures correct. This will show, you know, focus peaking, zebra stripes, all of that good stuff. This is a really, really fantastic addition, and if you're doing video, I highly recommend using one of these, because they're just really fantastic. And so all this stuff conveniently fits in the f-stop large ICU. So I have in here, got a dead cat. I have all my extra memory cards. Normally, you know, monitor goes in here. Gimbal breaks down, goes in this little guy. I have some extra parts here, so got a wooden handle from Small Rig with the remote shutter release on there, which is really nice. And then we've got a big follow focus as well. And then I am carrying, just for wildlife, it's not the best piece of glass out there, just the Fuji 50 to 230. Yeah, I've liked it. It certainly, it does the job, and it's pretty lightweight. But this camera cube goes into my backpack. Typically, I am shooting, while I'm backpacking, I'll have like my Hyperlight mountain gear backpack fully loaded with all my camera stuff, and then all the camping stuff on top of that. And then it also fits into the f-stop Shin 80 liter really well. And so that's basically what I'm shooting with when I'm out in the field for a client or for my business, the number one things to just be cognizant of when when you're filming and composing is get your composition right, make sure things are stable, and then the audio has to be on point. If your audio is clipping and sounding terrible, there's not much you can do about that, and people are not going to check out what you've got. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the setup, if there's anything that you're using different from me that I should maybe check out. But yeah, otherwise, this is my little setup here, and thank you guys for watching.